Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting. I appreciate you being here at the channel today. And for those of you that are not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And if you find the content that I provide beneficial, please hit that like button as well. Now, our topic for you today, it's 10 things that gym sales managers should never say. Okay, if you're a gym sales manager, listen up. Do we find ourselves falling victim to this? Or if you're working for one of these gym sales managers, do you find this happening? Or, if you have aspirations of becoming one, these are some good things we can look at and understand, hey, what's the best way to perhaps handle this? Okay, so 10 things that gym sales managers should never say. Number one, there are plenty of other people that would love the opportunity that you have. Have you had that said? Have you said that? Okay. That's not going to be super motivating for your staff. Okay. Bear in mind, as you heard me talk before, what we're trying to do as a manager or a management, okay, is we want to create an atmosphere that allows a motivated person to act. And out of the gate, we're not happy with their performance, and we let them know that, hey, there's plenty of other people that would love the opportunity that you have. Okay? A bit of a threat, right? Okay? So that's number one. Number two, hey, I'm heading out now. I'm going home. You guys stay. It won't work. Let me tell you something that I learned a long time ago. I learned this, I learned it as a manager, but as an owner, I also learned it, okay? And I'll give you a quick story here. I think at the time we probably had 4 locations. And, of course, we were typically closed on like July 4th, Memorial Day, Labor Day, things like this. And I was looking for ways to, hey, how can I improve my business? How can I, get more revenue in and do this? But at the same time, if I'm going to be open on those days, I can't destroy the morale and attitude of my team. And so we came up with these family picnic ideas that we were going to do, and we were going to be doing cookouts and have pony rides and all these events, and money's going to be donated to charity, and we had a special membership rate. And at the end of the day, it worked really well. The clubs wrote a lot of business. We generated a lot of money for charity. In some cases, actually went on TV to present that. And so it really worked out well. Staff was happy. Their spouses came out, and they flipped the burgers on the grill. So a lot of good things. But one of the things that I realized early on this, if I'm going to ask them to work on July 4th, if I'm going to ask them to work on Memorial Day, if I'm going to ask them to be there on Labor Day, I need to be there too. Okay? And I was. And it worked tremendously well. People got so fired up, kind of on the sales side of it, they were staying late because they wanted to be the number one producing club. So what you don't want to do is, hey, I'm heading out, I'm going home, you guys stay, and I expect performance. Number 3, you know what? I'm the best salesperson here. And all of this goes back to the same thing, right? We want to create an environment that allows a motivated person to act. We're trying to build people up. We're trying to build their confidence. We're trying to build their self-esteem. Okay, we want them to really believe in themselves, because the more they believe in themselves, that becomes a transfer, to that customer. So things that gym sales managers should never say, I'm the best salesperson here, because the truth of this is, if you're a sales manager listening to this, part of what your job is to create people who are better than you. If we haven't done that, you've not really done your job as a sales manager. So take a real good look at that. Okay, number 4, this is not my responsibility. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. In dealing with anything, Mary, I understand. I accept full responsibility. This is how you draw people into you. This is how you win them over. Mary, I understand. I accept full responsibility. Okay? Whenever you say it's not my responsibility, you're pushing people away. You're kind of making them maybe the reason that it happened. Okay? Always accept responsibility. Manner of speaking, you're responsible for everything, no matter what your position is, really. Number 5, you should be more like so-and-so. You should be more like them. again, we're trying to motivate and build confidence and self-esteem. We start saying things like this. We want to create each person, kind of in their own way of doing things. Hey, what's their uniqueness? What makes them different? Because if everybody's exactly the same, it's not going to work. Okay, we want everyone to be themselves. And I would say this to anyone watching: be yourself. Take the things we're talking about, but be yourself. Okay, don't be like so and so. You might learn something from so and so on how to do it, but do it by being yourself. Number 6, the famous phrase, hey, back when I was a sales rep, back when I was doing this, and I would say this, the war stories, they can be fun. The war stories, they can become kind of tribal stories, if you will, that help us, bring this to life and help us make a sale. But too often, hey, back when I was doing this, it's akin to, when I was a kid, I had to walk 5 miles to school and had to walk in snow. Nobody wants to hear it. Okay, so back when I was a sales rep, let's don't do that one. Number 7, this is a highly divisive thing here on number 7, is say we're talking about policy and things like that. Hey, this is coming from upper management. This is coming from upper management. That's a horrible phrase to use, because what you start to do, you start to create division from your team with the company, and that's not what you want. We want everybody on that same page. We don't want to create that division. So we use these phrases. Hey, this is coming from upper management here. This is the way it's going to be. Okay, better ways to do this. So things you should never say. Put that one right there at the top of the list. Number 8. Boy, I don't even like that this one's on the list, but it is on the list. Okay, and it has to be on the list because we see it and we've seen it historically. Okay. Things that sales managers should never say. This really isn't 100% legal, but. Okay? And so we do something that's not right, or we say something that's not right, or we mislead. I mean, how many times have we heard this happening? Okay? Do the right thing. Do the right thing when no one's watching. It's unfortunate that even has to be on the list, but it is. If you're doing it, stop, please. Okay, and don't find yourself tempted. Do it the right way. Okay, you're going to get a lot more out of it. Okay, number 9. I don't want to hear about it. Tired of hearing about it. I don't want to hear about it. One of the things that we need to be for our staff is we need to really have that open door. Listen to them. Respect their opinions. Hear them out. Okay, this is what people want. That phrase, look, I don't even want to hear about it anymore. Okay, it's not going to create the environment that you want. And then number 10, one of the greatest killers of all time. If we cling to this one, boy, you are really going to fall behind. And that is, hey, this is the way we've always done it. If you cling to that, this is the way we've always done it mentality, boy, you're going all the way downhill. So take a look at these 10 things that gym sales managers should never say. Okay, if we're saying them, let's make sure we stop and let's find better ways to do this. We want to create an atmosphere. We want to create an environment that allows a motivated person to act. So, folks, I hope you found this information beneficial today. If you did, please hit the like button. I appreciate that. Again, my name's Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management. If you've not yet done so, please check the links below. Sign up for our absolutely free newsletter that we produce, roughly once a week, sometimes a little more often, sometimes a little less, but we'll give you information on how you can grow and develop your business and how you can grow and develop, your sales program inside your gym. And otherwise, we're going to look forward to seeing you guys on the next video, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Thanks.